The darkness continues.
Think about this.
Me and my wife was home one day, right? And my wife came and got me, and she said, could you please go and get that baby? And I didn't even know what the hell my wife was talking about. I was like, what? She was like, go get that baby. Go get that baby. Go get that baby. And I went outside, and it was a little, she was a little kid. If she couldn't have been no more than 2, man. And I went down the street because I saw her, she was up the block. So I took off down the street to go get her. And she was walking in the road, and we lived in a city. We lived in the city of Poughkeepsie at the time. And, we were in the city. So, you got a lot of one-way streets. So traffic and speed and all that. And she was in the road. And I stopped traffic. I got in the middle of the road and stopped traffic. And the baby, she came right to me. Like I said, she couldn't have been no more than 2. She couldn't even talk, really. And she came right to me. And I was a whole block and a half. Yeah, like a block and a half away from my house when I picked this little baby up. And I picked this baby up out the highway, and I start heading back towards the house. And when I start heading back towards the house, I look up at the top of the fucking block, and I see her mother walking. I hear my wife say, oh, there's your baby. My husband went to get your baby. I hear my wife saying that from down the block. And she comes from all the way round the corner and up the block. That child had walked a whole block and a fucking half before this woman realized that this baby was gone. Now, mind you, she's walking in the middle of the fucking highway in a fucking city, man. I literally got in the road and stopped fucking cars so I could get this baby out the road. And she came all the way from up the fucking block. And I had the baby in my arm. And like I said, she was a little baby, man. She couldn't even talk. She was still kind of goo-goo gagging. She wasn't really even talking. And I said, as she came, she said, first thing she said before I even handed her the baby, she was like, oh, what's wrong with you? Now, mind you, she's asking the 2-year-old what's wrong with them. Yeah, that was her first response. Not, thank you for getting my baby. Not, oh my God, I didn't realize she was gone. None of that shit. She said, girl, what's wrong with you? And I just looked, man. I said, here's your baby. I wanted to slap that hoe. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I wanted to backhand her ass. Before I gave her the baby, I wanted to slap her black ass to the ground first and let her get up and wipe the blood off her lips, then give her her baby. Especially after she was like, girl, what's wrong with you? And I'm saying to myself, what's wrong with her? The fucking child walked damn near 2 blocks before your black ass even realized she was gone. And she can't even talk. That kid could have got kidnapped, ran over by a car, all kinds of shit. And this bitch probably round the corner smoking crack or sucking dicks. I don't know. So I just gave her a baby. I walked back to where my wife was. And my wife was like, you know what? That's a damn shame. And the crazy thing is, 2 fucking days later, y'all. 2 days later, I saw that same little baby walking. That same little baby walked in front of my house. And I looked. And when I looked up the street, her mama was maybe 4 or 5 houses away. And she's letting the baby just walk. She's like 4 or 5 houses in front of her just walking. And I'm telling you, this is a little tyke. Okay, a little tyke. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. This bitch is fucking crazy. And I'm like, if that child's father was to pull up and see that shit and just walk up and body slam this hoe, I wouldn't even be mad at him. Yeah, I wouldn't even be mad at him. I might go over there and get me up. I might would have went over there and got me a fucking body slam in too. This was for the other day when I had to go get your baby out the highway, you dumb hoe. You dumb hoe. You dumb hoe. You dumb hoe. I might have would have got me a body slam in too. I mean, this girl was just, I don't know. I'm telling you, man, like 2 days later, the baby's walking by herself in front of my house again. And I come out on the porch. I'm like, ain't that the same little baby I just picked up out the highway the other day? And I looked up the road and, her mom was back there, like 4-5 houses down, just letting the baby walk out in front of her, while she's on her fucking phone, probably taking selfies or some stupid fucking shit, Instagram, the dumb baby mama hoism bullshit. Doing that while the baby's just walking. I said, man, these hoes ain't shit, man. They ain't shit. And the sad thing is, that fucking girl is somebody's old mama. Yes, she's somebody's old mama. These are the people who are raising people. These are the people. And we wonder why niggas is so fucked up. We wonder why. We wonder why they knocking old ladies in the head. We wonder why they robbing liquor stores. We wonder why they shooting people in the head because they step on their sneaker. What else are they going to do, man? What else are they going to do? They're getting raised by these motherfucking fools who don't want these kids. I would have more respect. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I would have more respect for a woman who said, you know what? I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I'm an old hoe. All I want to do is smoke crack and drink and suck dicks. I'm just going to go ahead and get this kid up for adoption. Maybe somebody will adopt the kid, take care of the kid, blah, blah. I would have more respect for those women than I would for that ratchet old hoe who let her baby walk damn near 2 blocks in a fucking highway before she realized this child was gone. Anything could have happened to that child. What if I was a fucking molester or rapist or kidnapper? I could have took that child and been gone. And the bitch didn't even say thank you. Not, oh, thank you for getting her, sir. Oh, thank you. I was so worried. Oh, nothing. She came right up yelling at the kid. Oh, what's wrong with you? I'm saying to myself, what's wrong with her? She's like 2. How old are you? 25? Just stupid shit, man. Stupid shit. These people ain't got no fucking business raising nobody, man. They don't have no business raising nobody. They don't. They really, really don't. And I'm so sick and fucking tired of hearing people talk this mama shit. I don't care. You know what you should do for Mother's Day? Sit mom down and say, hey, mom, we need to talk. You remember when you left us home for like a week? Remember those days that we didn't have nothing to eat? Remember those days that you fucking left us at grandma's house and didn't come back for like 30 days? Remember those days that fucking you left us home and all 5 of us had to ration out a loaf of bread and fucking butter and sugar? Remember that? Do you remember that, Mom? That's what you need to do for Mother's Day. Yeah, do that. Turn it on its head. Let Mother's Day be a day to remind Mom of how much of a shitty mom she was, instead of how much a great mom she was and how Mom really stuck in there for you and looked out for you and took care of you. How about you use Mother's Day as a day to let her know how fucking shitty of a mom she was? Yeah. I still love you, Mom, but I didn't forget you fucking let your boyfriend fucking molest me. I still love you, Mom, but I didn't forget you fucking putting cigarettes out on the top of my goddamn head. I love you, Mom, but I didn't forget when you threw me down the fucking steps when you locked me in the fucking basement, when you locked me in the fucking closet, when you wouldn't let us fucking eat, when you wouldn't fucking look at our homework, when you wouldn't take money and buy us clothes. But you always seem to be dressed up on Friday night. I challenge you. I challenge you people. Do you have guts on Mother's Day to confront your old black ass mama about the shit she did, the shit she didn't do for you, the shit she allowed to happen to you? I challenge you. Do you have the guts to do it? I don't think most of you do. Why? Because mom is the golden cow. She's the closest thing to a deity that you know, right? Because mom's magical. Remember, she's a queen. She's a princess. She's an empress. She's a sorceress. She's a fairy, dwarf, dragon, voodoo priestess. She's all these fucking things. So of course, you fucking people are too cowardly to confront mom, aren't you? You're too cowardly to confront mom and tell mom about all the bullshit she did to you. And you need to do it, especially if you somebody who went through that shit and still made it out all right. You definitely should do it. Why? Because you can tell mom, hey, you did all this fucking shit to me, mom, and look, I still did all right. I still got a house. I still got a car. I still got a career. I still got money. I made it through. I got an education. I went to college. I got a career. Even with all the shit you did to me. Even with all the shit you allowed to happen to me. Even with all the things you told me I would never be. I did it. And I did it all. No thanks to you. That's what I challenge y'all to do. Now, I'll say again. I don't want you to disrespect your mother. I don't want you to hate your mother. I don't want you to roll up on your mother gangster style. No. Sit her black ass down at a table and say, hey mom, let me chop it up with you for a little while. I want to talk about some things. Now, of course, she's going to come smiling, because you're her baby. She's sanctified and she's churchy and she's holy and she's all this kind of bullshit now. And she's going to sit down and she's going to think it's maybe about, your relationship or, some shit you try to do in your life. It's going to catch you off guard now because, mind you, she has buried all of it. Yeah, it's all buried. So you're going to catch mom off guard. That's why I suggest you come in hot and heavy. Don't come in with something light like, oh, mom, remember you used to beat us with the switch? No. You need to come in with a big one. If her boyfriend's raped you, you need to come right in with that. Yeah, you need to come right in with that. If she fractured your damn skull with that bat, you need to come right in with it. If she left you hungry in the house for 3 days, come right in with that. Don't come in with the little shit about her not letting you go over your friend's house. And that's bullshit. No, you got to come in hot and heavy. Because, see, what you going to do, the shit that she claims she forgot, she's going to get real indignant with you then. She going to give you this. As soon as you say that shit, she going to give you this. And I guarantee you, if she don't say, I don't remember, she's going to fucking accuse you of fucking lying. I guarantee you. If she don't say, I don't remember that. She's going to say, You lying. You lying. You lying. I guarantee it. Do it. Do it. Then write OX. Let X know what happened. Matter of fact, if she happens to fucking apologize, like I said last week, be recording it on the low. Send me the audio. I'd like to hear it. Oh, but anyway, I just wanted to get up here and fuck with y'all about this shit tonight, man, because the reality is this, man. All jokes and shit aside, man, a lot of the shit, man, that goes on with black people, man, has a lot to do with their old fucked up mama. It's just a fact. Okay, a lot of our moms, they wasn't shit. Okay, they treated us like shit. They didn't take care of us right. They just didn't. They didn't do the shit they're supposed to do. They ripped and ran the streets, slung their old funky pussy around, and then when they had a bunch of us and couldn't do that no more, they spent a lot of time dragging men in and out the fucking house. And then when her black ass finally hit the wall and realized it, now she wants to take out her frustrations on all of us. She wants to take out her frustrations on all her kids. The frustrations she's got with these fucking men who didn't want her ass. Why? Because she wasn't wifey fucking material. Because if she was, one of the niggas would have married. Niggas would have married. Niggas would have married. Niggas would have married. She was wifey material. One of them niggas that squirted a baby in her would have married her. Your daddy might have would have married her. Get it? He might have would have married her. Your brother's father might have would have married her. Your sister's father might have would have married her. But she wasn't marriage material, man. She wasn't. She didn't motivate them. They didn't feel like they wanted to have her for the rest of their life. Yeah, they didn't want her for the rest of their life. They wanted her for the rest of the night, not for the rest of her life. For the rest of her life. And I think that bothers us too. Yeah, I think that bothers us too. Because I think we just can't come to grips, especially if we was raised by old baby mama. We can't come to grips with the fact that no one wanted to be with our mama for the rest of her damn life. They didn't want to be with her. Yeah, they didn't want to be with her. For many reasons. And more than likely, they didn't want to be with her because she was an old hoe. They didn't want to be with her because they came to the house and saw how filthy the fucking house was and how no food was in there and how y'all heads and shit was nappy, face was crusty and shit like that. They said, fuck that. Why the fuck would I want to be with her? I want to be with her. I want to be with her. I want to be with her. I want to be with her.
The darkness continues. Open your mind.
You put that crap down on your shoe.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.